Just received my notice to vacate today. It's the 6th. It's Monday the 6th. The notice says we have 3 days, which is October the 9th. I believe that God will make a way. I prayed before I moved in, before I even applied for the apartment. I said, God, if this is in your will, if you want me to be out on my own and leave my current situation, then I will get approved for this apartment. Because realistically, financially, I shouldn't have got approved. But literally the next day, I got approved. So I know that God is good. And despite the material things, despite the physical realm, God is good. Because even if my rent doesn't get paid, even if I do have to move out, even if I lose everything, God is still good. Because at the end of the day, He has a plan. Maybe His plan was just for me to be here for 3 months, and then move around. Maybe homelessness is a part of the plan. I don't know. All I know is I am trusting Him. All I know is I surrender everything and all things to His will. Because honestly, at the end of the day, that's all you can do. I've applied for 1 million jobs, nothing. And I feel like me stressing about it is not going to change what already is. So, I'm just making this video to document the fact that as of today, I have 3 days. But God can do a lot in 3 days. So I am trusting Him. I am trusting that He will provide. And if He doesn't provide in this situation, that doesn't mean that He's not good, that He is still God at the end of the day. And whatever comes next, that's just part of the plan. So I have to remind myself that. And I will come back and give y'all an update is if I'm moving or if the rent got paid. I don't know. I'm just going with the flow, y'all. I'm going with the flow and I'm trusting God. I'm walking by faith. And I feel like right now this is the best time for me to document this because I feel like a lot of people put the good stuff and everybody doesn't talk about the bad, or we see the testimony after God has come through, but we don't see the walk of faith in the process, And I know that we're all in the same boat, but I'm learning to step out of the boat. I'm learning to trust God when He says walk on water and just focus on Him the whole time. So right now, this is me letting you guys know that I am focused on Him. Even though right now it seems like the boat is sinking. When He say get out the boat, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I gotta work on my doggy pedal, but I'm here. We're gonna be all right.
So guys, before we play this follow-up clips, a few things I want to say. This young lady's name is Queen Jazzberry. And hey, most women aren't going to post this, but in the age of social media, women don't really care. They like telling their business, and she's no different. But one thing I would like you guys to know is that this isn't uncommon at all. It's not. And as I always say, and for those of you who are just now watching my channel, I used to do credit for 5 years. I stopped, back in 2022 maybe? I think somewhere around there. But I've seen hundreds of credit files, right? Predominantly females, black women to be specific. Almost 98% of my clients were black women. And I'm not exaggerating. This can be proven for sure. So one thing that's common a lot of times is evictions. And for those of you who know, it's one of those things when you're a landlord, or if you're on social media, you're constantly seeing someone, a black, and I'm not blaming this on black women, but it's what it is for the majority of the time. Hey, are there any renters? Are there any, I can't think of the term right now, but y'all know what I'm saying. I know somebody's gonna put it in the comments. As far as private renter, that's what I'm looking for. Are there any private renters? Because either she's got a criminal record, her boyfriend's got a criminal record, or they both got bad credit. In this case, this is just piss poor planning. This girl said 3 months. Now, this is typically what it comes down to during tax time, right? During tax time, you get money for a new apartment or a new car, and within 90 days, it's typically gone, right? So she said October, I think, what she said, so it's well past tax time. But baby, just because you're approved for something doesn't mean you should get it. And if you had a man in your life, preferably a man who's financially stable or somebody who's financially stable and who's been through it, I get it. It's the excitement. I get to be out on my own, for lack of a better term. I get to have my own place. I don't have to be up under someone. And I got approved because God made a way. I got approved. Maybe that apartment complex just needed some tenants, right? Because some of them are struggling. That's why they're giving discounts and stuff like that, because they're not full. So maybe that's why you got approved. And here you are within 90 days, and I don't know the backstory. Well, maybe she lost her job, Jay. But y'all have to plan better in life. I understand things happen, right? You have to plan better in terms of 6 months of savings, whatever have you, or be in the position of having some type of credit. GR, we shouldn't have a credit card. Okay. All right, whatever, man. If you say so. Your credit should be good enough to where you should have. Maybe she already spent it. Bottom line is, winter is coming for a lot of women out there, and it's been coming. And it's the way you conduct yourself. You would have maybe had a boyfriend that's able to take care of you, or even a husband. If you would treat a man in a certain way and conduct yourself in a certain way, but sometimes you're just like, I can do this on my own, and a lot of y'all are really struggling living paycheck to paycheck. And keep in mind, this is in your youth. Some of y'all get in y'all 40s and 50s. And I'm gonna say this to everybody: if you're able to save money in this economy, some people just aren't able to do it. Sometimes it's best to get roommates or multiple roommates if you want to be out on your own, technically. But hey, winter's coming. I'm pretty sure she thought that she was independent, and she's saying God's going to provide. I tell you what, you have to meet God halfway. Halfway means you have to put in some sort of action. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to hold y'all. Let's play the rest of her clip and see what happened. Let's go.
Okay, good morning, y'all. This is like a semi-update. I had an interview for rental assistance yesterday, and they told me I should have an answer back between 24 and 48 hours. So that's good. 48 hours would be Thursday, which is the end of the 3-day notice to vacate. So hopefully they get back to me today and they'll let me know. But I do have a question as far as like, if I start like getting boxes and packing up my stuff, like just kind of preparing for if the rent doesn't get paid, is that like a show of a lack of faith, or is that just kind of me preparing for another scenario? Because like, I do believe that God will provide, but I know that he doesn't always provide in the way that we want him to most times, or a lot of times. So I know that he will still provide even if it's not paying this rent. He may provide somewhere else for us to go, or another form of provision. So I just want to know, like, is that bad for me to prepare, if the provision comes in another form? And also, I want to say thank you for all the love and support, for all of the positive messages I've received, all of the good energy, all the prayers, everything like that has been so good. And a lot of people are saying like they're in the same boat, that my message was encouraging, and it's like, thank you. I'm glad to see. I hate that we're all in this situation, but I'm glad to see that we are all able to encourage one another in our time of need, and it's not just like putting each other down. Now, there were a few negative comments that said things like, oh, your hair is done and your rent's not paid, whatever. I don't like to look like what I'm going through. 1, 2, and the hair, I do my own hair, so thank you that you thought it was cute and done. But their hairstyle was probably $30, so I don't think $30 would have made or break whether my rent was paid or not. And how somebody else didn't pay to get my hair done? Whatever. But also, someone else mentioned the fact that I reposted videos of my cruise that I went on in 2023. So that was 2023. I just reposted the videos because the full video is on my YouTube channel. It's Queen Jazzberry if y'all want to go support. But yeah, I just haven't been out here like balling out and not able to pay my rent, because that's insane, you know. But I thank y'all again for just being here, watching my videos, and the prayers and everything else. So I will also keep y'all updated as far as when the rental assistance people get back to me, or if we're going to be moving. But either way, God is still good, and we are still keeping the positive energy rolling. So goodbye. I hope y'all have a good day. God bless.
Well, that's your update. I seen the cruise video. I went and clicked on it. I might plug it in there, but she's not a bad looking girl with all that stuff off and the glasses off, and she got a nice body. It's not like she's overweight. She's fit. I don't know if she kept saying we, so I don't know if she's got kids or what. I don't see any kids on her page, but the thing is, you need to have better planning. Like 3 months, you're already out of there. How do you know somebody else didn't pay it? Nobody you can ask money. You could add. How far behind is it? Did you just pay the first month's rent? Is that it? And you didn't pay the other rent? This is very common. I think I told you, my ex-wife, like that happened to her when she had moved out and she moved in with another woman, and they was facing evictions every month for a year. It happens. It happens. Should I pack my stuff? Should I do it? What are you doing in the meantime? Listen, there's no excuse, especially for a woman. There is no excuse. Imagine if a man got on here and was saying something like this. Y'all would be like, oh, this dude's get off your ass and get out there and work. You a man. Well, baby, you a woman. There's a lot of stuff you could be doing. Well, JR, how do you know she's got a car? Hey, man, you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. You know this was coming. There's so many different gig jobs that you can do. You know what I'm saying? I'm applying for jobs. Well, while you're applying for jobs, there's tons of gig jobs that you can work. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen other videos like this where there was a homeless girl that I was talking about, and her hair was done. Why can't, what? And of course, the black woman got mad. Why she can't have her hair done while she homeless? You sound crazy. Priorities all messed up, man. But yo, winter's coming. Do your thing. This is what y'all ladies asked for. Y'all think that it's just sweet, and it's not gonna get easier as you get older. I'm sorry, but let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's gonna pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm gonna see you guys. That is your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.